Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia is the location for stop number 8 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as we're set here today for the running of the STP 500, as we have 75 laps of racing on tap for you here on this 0.526 mile short track. Here, which if you look overhead, looks a little bit like a paper clip. But actually it's not a paper clip. But anyway, but here's the starting lineup for today's running event. Here on the pole at 94 miles an hour, it is Laura Chung, the number 98 Banquet Frozen Foods Planters Peanuts Chevrolet. I believe it's her first pole of the season this year. She's alongside number 18 Benjamin Miles' Slim Fast Chevrolet. Second row is Seth Cullen, 52, the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. He's alongside number 4 William Brock in the Kodak Film Oldsmobile. Going to row number 3, it's car number 27, Rafaela Duke in the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac, and number 6, the Folgers Ford. Car number 6, starting P6, that's Austin Reed, who won the season at Richmond. Going to row number 4, it's car number 11, Keith Batts in the Budweiser Ford. Day he drives a Chevrolet will be able to drive the day pigs fly. He's alongside another Ford, number 7, that is Aubrey Scott in the wheel of the Xerox Antifreeze Ford. Fifth row has car 15, that's Quentin Moore in the Motorcraft Ford. He's alongside number 66 Harrison Ponder in the Phil 66 Trop Arctic Pontiac. Next row down is number 1, that is Trent Dunham in the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. He won his season at Darlington. He's alongside number 2, Dylan Young. Going to row number 7 has car number 71, Charles Sanford in the Big Apple Markets Chevrolet. He was the second at North Wilkesboro. He's alongside number 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. It's Jackson Haywood. Next row is number 42, Kyle Matthews, who won at Rockingham this season. He's alongside Reggie Fogelman in 21, Citgo Ford. Next row is 26, the Quaker State Buick. It is Alexander Rowe driving that car. He's alongside number 3, Cole Deaver in the GM Gimbrich Chevrolet. Deaver won his season at North Wilkesboro. Next row down is number 5, Phil Parker, who won an exciting race in Atlanta. He's alongside number 94, That's Dylan Poteet in the Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. Next row is the only 2-time winner of the season so far, Colin Cropley in the number 25, Kodiak Chevrolet. And number 90, that's Caleb Fogler in the Public Supermarkets Ford. Next row is number 17, Nathan Orman, the Tide Chevrolet, and alongside number 19, Joshua Osborne in the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Ford. Next row is number 30, the Maxwell House Country Time Pontiac of Zachary Fitzwater, and he's alongside number 57, Stephen Cologne, at the wheel of the Heinz Tomato Ketchup Pontiac. Next row down has another pair of Pontiacs, number 70, Allison Rain, and number 43, Mike Becker, the STP Pontiac. Next row down is number 8, the Snickers Buick of Noah Sewell, and number 10, Preston Plord at the wheel of the Pillolator Chevrolet. Next row is number 33, Amanda Evans, and number 20, Eric Monaco. Then it's number 73, Cody McGurk, and number 89, Daniel Silla. Next row down has number 14, Cab Shearer, and number 75, Mitchell Hodak. And starting shotgun would be car 83, Nori Miyazaki. And starting shotgun is number 12, that is Ryan Brommer in the Ribis's Buick. So that's your starting lineup for today's running of the STP 500. This is the third of 3 straight races we have on a short track here. As you remember, we was at Bristol, then North Wilkesboro, the 2 races before that. It was on a short track before Bristol. That was at Richmond. We will be back here on all 3 short tracks and all 4 short tracks, I should say, for second races of the season later on in the year. And of course, this being the shortest and the slowest, of course, traditionally on this series, so we will be going from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville. For the next race in the tour, we'll be going from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville to the longest and the fastest at Talladega for the Winston 500. And after Talladega will be the first road course race of the season at Sonoma, California in the Fram Autolite 300. So that's your upcoming races on the schedule so here for the season. And here's the command to fire the engines here at Martinsville. That should be ladies and gentlemen, because we actually have a girl on the pole for this event. So here's the field rolls off a pit. field rolls away for the pace limit for the start of the race right after this. Pace car is about to make the turn off on the pit road here, which starts in the entrance of turn 3. We have an all Chevy front row. Laura Chung and Benjamin Miles leading the start finish line. Green flag flies, and the STP 500 is on. We had a calamity fest at Bristol. We had about two or three cautions at North Wilkesboro, and here at Martinsville. See what happens here. We've had quiet races at Martinsville. We've also had wreck fests at Martinsville. So you never know which one we're going to have in this event here. Laura Chung jumps out in front. Seth Coulson second position. Third is Rafaela Duke as he gets by Benjamin Miles in the number 18 car as he's now in a battle with Keith Batson in number 11. Battle right there between William Brock and in the 4 and the 15 car of Quentin Moore. Quentin had a dominant car at North Wilkesboro the last race in the tour, but got passed late in the going in that event, and ended up losing that race to Cole Deaver though. Quentin still came away with a good run. And the event's still yet to get a win this season, but he, of course, is hopeful that he can do so. This can pick up a few wins this season as well too. In the 15 car, running right behind Benjamin Miles in 4th position. There's Keith Batson running in 4th right now, I should say. Miles is in 5th, and Quentin Moore's in 6th position. There's some wall scraping going on coming off turn number 4 as you jump inside with Keith Batson at number 11. See the tachometer right there. I know we do this every time we go to Martinsville when we ride along with somebody. So but the very fascinating part about Martinsville is, of course, the tachometer. As you look at the tachometer and the engine speed from the middle of the turn to the end of the straightaway, you saw the tachometer on Batson's car about 8,900 RPMs in the turn number 3. And not as high going in turn number 1, about 8,750, 8,800, something like that. Laps here don't take long at Martinsville, about 20 seconds a lap here on this 0.526 mile racetrack. And there's how low the RPMs go, somewhere below 4,500 RPMs in the middle of the turns here. But Batson right now running in 4th position right now. His last lap 91.245 miles an hour. William Brock runs in 7th position. 8th is Dylan Young. 9th is Austin Reed. And Charles Sanford was in 10th position. There's a battle going on for 11th. That is the 66 of Harrison Ponder and the 1 car of Trent Dunham. Dunham in the black and white Oldsmobile and the 66 car, the red and black machine of Ponder as a Pontiac he's driving. And another Pontiac runs right behind Dunham. That is Kyle Matthews in 42. There he is. He's in 13th position. Winner this season at Rockingham has fallen on hard times since that time. Aubrey Scott running 14th. Reggie Fogelman's 15th. 16th is Nathan Orman. Colin Cropley is 17th. Bill Parker 18th. Cole Deaver, the winner at North Wilkesboro, runs in 19th position. And Jackson Haywood in the Davey Allison cars runs in 20th position in this event. Dylan Pote running in 21st position, I should say, is Pote. 26th car of Alexander Rowe. Running in 22nd position. This car won last season with Joshua Osborne driving, but got me a little bit tough to get Alexander to get the 26th car to the front this season here. But you can bet he's still trying to do so here. As now a battle going on up in front of him. That's Jackson Haywood inside of Cole Deaver. And move the 28 car up another spot. I think that's 20th and that's 19th and 20th on your screen right there between the 2 black cars. One's a Ford and the other a Chevy. Deaver comes off turn number 4, losing that spot to Jackson Haywood now, and Deaver, you bet, will try to get back past him. Continuing through the field here, we mentioned Alexander Rowe is 22nd. 23rd is Zachary Fitzwater. 24th is Cody McGirt. 25th is Noah Sewell. Allison Rains, 26th position. Keb Shearer, who started this race in 37th, is now up to 27th in this field. The Copenhagen Oldsmobile, number 14. Mike Becker in 28th position. 29th is Preston Plord. Daniel Sella runs in 30th. 31st is Amanda Evans. Caleb Foger. This was not the run. I'm sure this is not the run. I'm sure this is not the run he was wanting here. 32nd right now is where he's at. In the Public Supermarkets Ford. You can bet there'll be changes on that. You can bet he'll be wanting some changes on that car. Well, there will be changes in every car when we go to Talladega next on the tour. So, anyway. Eric Monica's in 33rd position. Stephen Colon 34th. 35th is Ryan Brommer. Nori Miyazaki's 36th. About to get passed by Joshua Osborne. Osborne's now 36th. Miyazaki's 37th. And Mitchell Hodak is running in 38th position. And I mentioned changes on every car when we go from Martinsville to Talladega, because one, Talladega's a super speedway compared to a short track at like Martinsville, where speeds there will be going from about 90 miles an hour we're seeing here today at Martinsville up to about well over 200 like we're going to have at Talladega in the Winston 500 next on the tour. But still, Laura Chung, your leader of this race here. Seth Cole's in second position, and Rafaela Duke right now runs in third position. There's our other in-car camera carried by Rafaela Duke in the number 27 Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. We saw how Batson drives this track here a little bit earlier. Here's how Rafaela drives this track. And see RPMs on his Pontiac here, not up as high, about 8,600 going into turn number 3. And about the same going into turn number 1, up to about 8,600 RPMs, and down about 4,400 going into the middle of 1 and 2. A little bit higher up that time, about 8,800 RPMs. That time by going into turn number 3. Rafael's last lap, 90.729 miles an hour on that number 27 machine. Give you here, see who the fastest lap of the race so far. It's tied between Seth Cole and Harrison Ponder, both at 91.633 miles an hour. Their fastest laps of the race so far. The Duke's fastest lap, about the sixth fastest lap of the race so far. No caution so far in this race here yet here at Martinsville Speedway. It's so far a quiet day here after 23 laps in this event, as we in a 75 lap event, and we still have about 52 laps remaining in this event, as we watch Keith Batson in 4th position right now in the number 11 car. Benjamin Miles in 5th. Quentin Moore remains 6th. William Brock is 7th, and then Dylan Young and Austin Reed and Charles Sanford the top 10 here in this event so far. And there's the in-car from Harrison Ponder's view. That's the third in-car camera in this event here. So Rafaela Duke, Keith Batson, and Harrison Ponder all have in-car cameras into this event here today. Ponder right now in 11th position in the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Pontiac. Several cars wall scraping coming off that fourth turner, and that's been this group's kind of this group in this version of Martinsville is kind of funny a little bit too. You come off the turn and you're wall scraping, but it's basically all the way down the straightaway. And we saw quite a few wall scrapers three races back at Darlington in that event over there. There's Trent Dunham, number 1 car, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. 12th position is where he's running at right now. Right now, everybody's chasing this lady right there, Laura Chung, the number 98 Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet out in front of her. She only has one victory in her career in this series. That came at Richmond a couple seasons back when she drove the number 01 Army machine to victory lane in the second race at Richmond. And she's been close a few times to a second career victory here, but she is may have a shot here today at Martinsville. She may have a shot here today, is what I was meaning to say. But still plenty of laps left. Still plenty of laps left to go there. 45 to be exact here at Martinsville Speedway. Seth Cole's close behind her in second position. That number 52 car. There's the shot from the copter cam. There's the front three cars right there. That's the way it looks like on the racetrack right now. Check the margin. We'll check the margin this time by here. Each lap, it was 5,200 of a second the last time, but between first and second, Seth looks like he may have closed up a bit. And no, he actually lost a little bit of ground. 5,400 that time by. LeDuc is 1.29 seconds back here in 27 car, but meantime, the number 11 car, Keith Batson's closed up on the back of the 27 now. Batson about a little under a half a second back, though. See what the margin is this time by between those two cars. 132 to 177, so that's calculates to my percent. That figures to my calculations 45 hundredths of a second between third and fourth place. But meantime, Seth Cole is trying to close up, and it looks like he's close up big time on Laura Chung right now for a position. And he took about 9 hundredths of a second that time off that time by 44 hundredths that time by between the front two cars. As you get a look at Seth Cole right there, still trying to give Laura Chung chase, but here's partially what's caused Laura to lose a little bit of ground. She's coming up on lap traffic. And this portion of the race, though, when you get the lap traffic in Martinsville, nearly anything can happen, and usually does. And the first cars that will counter is the 75 of Mitchell Hodak and the 83 cars of car of Nori Miyazaki, both of them Oldsmobiles. So basically, it's a battle to not finish dead last in this event, or trying to not be the first car lapped in this event here. And I'm sure both Nori and Mitch are not not happy with their setups right now. Take a look at the third of field right there. There's Austin Reed there trying to catch Dylan Young. Meantime, Charles Sanford in 10th position. Position staying status quo right now as we go back to the copter view. Get a look right there of Kyle Matthews in the 42 to 7 of Aubrey Scott and Reggie Vogelman in 21. It's 13th, 14th, and 15th on your screen. Phil Parker trying to close up on the back of Nathan Orman. The Hendrick cars are all together to 17, the 5, and the 25. Orman running in 16th position, Parker 17th, and Cropley in 18th. 19th is Jackson Haywood, and Dylan Poteet now up to 20th position. Cole Deaver 21st, as he's now got the 26 car of Alexander Rowe trying to close up on him there. So no battles going on for positions right now at this point of the race here, but Laura Chung has caught up to the back of the front two car, the back of the pack, I should say now. And that's allowed Seth Cole to close up in the back of the 98 car right now for the time being. Pontiac in Chevrolet in first, Pontiac second, Pontiac in third, a Ford in fourth, and a Chevrolet in fifth. Seth Cole, of course, the defending series, Seth Cole is series champion back in season 28. In the series, he's already locked into the All-Star race by virtue of that. Laura Chung, on the other hand, she would like to hold on to hold off Seth Cole in the rest of this race, which is now 45 laps old. But and you can bet she would like to hold off Seth Cole to try to keep herself from trying to depend on the last chance qualifier, aka the Winston Open, to get herself in the All-Star race here. So a win here would lock herself into the event. At the event at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is about 2 races from now, or 3 races from now, I should say, right there. We'll be going to Talladega, then going to Sonoma, and then after Sonoma, we'll be going to Charlotte for the All-Star race, and then we'll be staying there for the 600. And Seth Cole goes inside of Laura for the top spot now. Laura gets off the wall, but here comes Seth to the inside. Not quite. Seth Cole moving up to the back bumper of that number 98 car. And that's also let Rafaela Duke and Keith Batson close up as well too. Seth tries the high side, no dice, and the Duke, or I should say, Chung keeps the spot for the time being here. 48 laps in the books. Mitchell Hodak is giving Laura Chung a hard time right now as far as lap traffic. And here comes LeDuc for second place on Seth Cole. Seth doing a little wall scraping right there, and Rafaela Duke goes to second position, the only Canadian in the field. LeDuc from the country of Quebec, or from the province of Quebec, I should say. And Keith Batson closing up right there, and he's not far from where LeDuc lives. He's not far from where LeDuc lives neither. Batson from the state of Maine, and Seth Cole, to keep the New England pattern going, is from New York. So you got 3 of the Northerners in the field, and they're trying to battle it out right here. As for second position on your screen there is Laura Chung is pulling away a little bit right now from the front 3 cars. So the question now is, can Rafaela Duke catch and pass Laura Chung for the win? And we're not far away from the finish here. This time by, we'll be down to 22 laps to go. And what's been a fast-paced STP 500 so far, but single file nonetheless here. Average speed down to about down to under 90 miles an hour, 89.949 to be exact. Saw a battle for position there happening right there up in front. Right there is up in front of this punch right there. And meantime, battle for the lead. Here comes LeDuc to the inside of Chung. To the inside goes car number 27 for the top spot, and to the lead goes Rafaela Duke. But here comes Chung back on the outside of the track. Side by side in turn number 3 goes the 27 to 98 cars. And it's going to be LeDuc taking the top spot away from Laura Chung, and he's got it. And Laura Chung slid up the track big time. Here comes Keith Batson. So Laura Chung, who led the first 54 laps of this event, loses the lead on lap 55 and now loses second place on lap 56. Seth Cole just put Laura Chung in the wall. in turns number 1 and 2 to bring out the first caution flag of the day. Well, here's a look at what happened between the 58 and the 98 and 52 cars here. Laura got big time loose going in turn number 1. That lets Seth Cole move to the inside there, come off turn number 2. And watch Seth, he gets a good run going in turns number... He gets a good run coming off turn number 2 right there. And Laura's car slows up dramatically, and Seth, I mean, just, yeah, he just big time put Laura in the wall. And meantime, Quentin Moore's car just about stalled on the curbing. And I think that cost him a spot to William Brock, and it did. Well, Laura Chung's going to have some words with Seth Cole over that one right there. No question about it. But that's put Rafael Duke in the lead now. His second place now being Keith Batson. Third now being Benjamin Miles. Seth Cole fourth. And William Brock now runs in fifth position. So we often talk about how things can change at any given race, though, and I think and this definitely is a classic example of it here. So, pace car lights are still on. We'll be back for the restart of the race here right after this. Back at Martinsville Speedway, pace car lights are off as you ride along inside with Rafael Duke on the restart here. As he is now your leader of the STP 500. As we'll have 15 laps remaining when this race restarts. Actually, excuse me, make that 13 laps remaining, excuse me. As the green flag flies, and that's what the restart looks like from inside a race car. Heard him shift at the third gear right there, coming off at the end of the straightaway. Off the second turn they come right here, and now William Brock moves inside of Seth Culver, fourth position, and moved car number 4 to P4 right now. And meantime, Quentin Moore trying to get himself a top 5 in this event. Quentin moves inside, Seth gives him room, and Quentin Moore will move in the 5th position in car 15. Dylan Young in 7th position. 8th right now is Austin Reed. 9th is Trent Dunham, and Charles Sanford is in 10th position. And damaged up back in and all, Laura Chung is still trying to make a run for it here. She's in 11th position, so that spin didn't cost her really all that much, except for a shot of the win probably here. And the laps are clicking off. We're down to 10 to go now in this race here, but Keith Batson is close up in the back of that number 27 car of Rafael Duke. On board with Keith Batson, car number 11. Both him and LeDuc looking for their first victories of the season here. Batson's already clinched a spot in the All-Stars race anyway because he's a past series champion. LeDuc is not, though, so LeDuc needs to win right here to get himself into the All-Stars. Rafael won twice in his first season, in his maiden voyage season in this series. He won twice in his comeback season. And I think last season, won a couple times himself. In the last season, I'm not sure if he actually won last season. I actually have to double check back on that. But bottom line is LeDuc knows how to get it done. And so does Keith Batson for that back too. And Benjamin Miles is not far behind him as well neither in that number 18 car. Miles was the outside pole sitter over this event, and now he's trying to work on Batson for second place. Good look at William Brock right there, number 4 car, as we mentioned, running in 4th position right now. As they come out to number 4. LeDuc up the high side, Batson close up again on him. That completes lap number 70. We're down to 5 to go. Through turns number 3 and 4 to come. Batson closes up once again. See what the margin is this time by between the front 2 cars. It was 3,200ths of a second the last time by. It's now 4,400. So Batson lost a little bit that time by off the exit of the corner. LeDuc knows he's got to play it smooth though, because he knows one slip and Batson's up on the back is up on his back bumper. Coming down for 2 to go this time by here. This will be the completion of lap number 73 this time by. But Batson closes up once again, or tries to close up once again on LeDuc. And he does that time by 0.4 of a second now. Keith knows the time's running out and he's got to drive it hard. In the turn number 3 and 4 they come here. White flag is going to be out. 1 lap remaining for Raphael LeDuc, the number 27 Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. Took the lead on lap number 55 and has not relinquished it since. He's got 2 more turns left to go. Batson's close, but he's not going to catch him. Off to number 4, Raphael LeDuc wins the STP 500 at Martinsville. 7 winners in the first 8 races of the season, and LeDuc, as we mentioned, took the lead with about 20 laps remaining, and held on the rest of the way to do it here. And LeDuc just about hit the barrels right there coming the inches of pit road, but when Laura Chung had her misfortune right there, LeDuc was in the right position that he needed to be in, and that paid off, and the strategy paid off. Keith Batson, though, you can't say he didn't try the last few laps. So Batson comes on 2nd position in this event here today. 3rd to Benjamin Miles. William Brock comes on 4th in car number 4. And Quentin Moore with a top 5 ends up finishing in 5th position. And as Quentin continues that nice start of the season he's been on this season. But the day belongs to Raphael LeDuc with an average speed of 84.353 miles an hour. We gave you the top 10. We gave you the top 5 already, 6 through 10. Seth Cole comes on 6th. Dylan Young 7th. Austin Reed 8th. Trent Dunham 9th. And Charles Sanford finishes in 10th. Laura Chung, tough break for her. She had led the most laps of the race. She led the first 54 laps of this race. Lost the lead to LeDuc, though, but it wasn't LeDuc who ruined the day for her. It was Seth Cole who basically sent Laura into the wall about a lap or so later, though. But I'm sure she's gonna have some words to Seth over that one. But she does come on 11, so they could have been worse for Laura Chung anyway. 12th to Aubrey Scott, 13th to Colin Cropley, 14th to Nathan Orman, Harrison Ponder 15th, Dylan Poteet 16th, Cole Beaver 17th, Alexander Rowe 18th, 19th to Zachary Fitzwater, and 20th to Noah Sewell. 21st to Kyle Matthews, 22nd Reggie Fogelman, 23rd to Mike Becker, Phil Parker, 24th, Cody McGurk, 25th. Kev Shearer started 37th, and he ends up finishing 26th in today's race. 27th to Preston Plord and Stephen Colon, Jackson Haywood, and Daniel Silla, the top 30 in this event. Caleb Bogler, 31st. I'm sure that's not the run he's wanting here, obviously. Joshua Osborne, 32nd. Then Amanda Evans, Allison Rain, Eric Monaco, Mitchell Hodak, Ryan Brommer, and Nori Miyazaki was the rest of the finishers. So that will do it here today at Martinsville Speedway. Congratulations once again to Raphael LeDuc, the winner of the STP 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races. We got gaming videos. We got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Cell Cup Series, the main series on this channel. And be sure to, and if you want in on future seasons of any of Seth's series, then be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline. Those channels being X86753985X is Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also the channel of the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. That's Levi McIntyre's channel, ThrashManiac99. Be sure to subscribe to those two channels here for some cool stuff. and also subscribe to this channel you're watching here, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, for some good stuff as well, too. So that will do it here today at Martinsville. For now, this is James Qualls. It's been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 11 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Talladega Super Speedway for the Winston 500.
Frank, did you have any ignition problems?